School, something everyone knows about. We spend a gradual amount of time going there to learn basic things like math, how to read and write. Sadly, this idea is a lot more simple on paper than applying it to students who learn differently. Here's the problem with school. The obsession of academic ability through rigorous testing, reporting, and more rigorous testing does nothing but prove that school is designed to look good on paper. Now, I personally don't have trouble in school. I get around the mid-80s in the STEM subjects, but I seem to care more about my grades instead of what I'm actually learning. I'm not the only one. Most of my friends tend to care about the grades, since that's what high school and universities tend to check. The point I'm trying to make is that school isn't a place to gain knowledge and intelligence. It's about memorizing useless facts for a specifically closed-minded test so we can dictate, predict, and make stupid targets for the school's name, and to appease the governing bodies that settle the ludicrous rules. There's a reason on why kids like me would rather smash bricks with their fists than go to school. They try teaching us things we're not mentally capable of doing. Seriously, what in the actual fuck is the point of teaching 7 and 8-year-olds to column subtract? It's nothing but stress for both the students and the teachers who are forced to enforce it. Speaking of the teachers, they must have the most difficult jobs. Not only do they have to work with next to no resources and budget, but one teacher is expected to provide for 30 students for a year, not to mention the positive slant they have to put on everything. Which in turn makes teachers stressed beyond belief, even if the student is a fucking moron who couldn't give a shit. Try to imagine writing a positive report for kids who could be the biggest shitheads. It's strange the trouble kids get more support in the end. When they disrupt the class, cause commotion, piss people off, they get all the energy thrown their way just to make them shut up. And your normal, thoughtful, kind students have to put an actual effort into getting noticed. And your normal students who listen to you has to sit beside a dipshit that won't stop making fart noises. The urge for the teachers to tell these kids to shut up and listen is unbelievable. It's so unfair that the asshole kids get rewarded for not being an asshole, but the normal student has to put in actual work to get noticed. Anyone who doesn't fall into the extremes like getting ridiculously high grades or being a cunt is practically invisible to the teacher. Another reason is that people can't coexist with each other in school. This isn't just school, it's also the human race that fails to do this. The reason is that everyone is different and they want to have their own way, and will never achieve it. I might not be knowledgeable enough to fix the education system, but there's plenty of people who can fix it. But if someone like me can see problems within the system, isn't that evidence of itself that the system needs some serious changing? You know what, education system? You let me down, the students down, and worst of all, yourself down.
Hey there guys, you just finished watching my video. I really appreciate that, just take a journey and tell you about how much I appreciate it. Oh god. I just dropped my high-end recording device, but it's fine, by liking this video, you have given me motivation to live and just know that I'm gonna masturbate to the thought of you clicking that like button in the future. Thank you.